Hey guys, I'm Tofu and we're in Gaol-town today. I've just put the plot down, which means villager hunt time. So, there will be frills, there will be spills, there will be bills. Anyway, let's go hunt for one of these criminals, shall we? So I know I've just done a villager hunt up on Tanglewood, but I want this kind of island, Gaol-town, to actually hit 3 stars, and the easiest way to do that is to make sure that you get enough villagers. Generally 8 will do, but obviously more will help towards the score. I'm just running around the beach so that we don't basically spoil who the villager is. But yeah, there's a nice pool of characters that I'm after in this particular villager hunt, so I guess I'll throw the my list up on the screen. But any one of these characters will do. I have got myself 60 tickets, and so if I manage to find someone really quickly, maybe I'll hunt for 2, maybe even 3 on the same hunt. But for now, we'll see how it goes, and let's see who our first villager is. Oh, that's a terrible start. I just saw Naomi. Oh, I mean, she does deserve to be in jail. She is just awful. But even a crime island, a Gaol-town, she doesn't deserve to be anywhere near me. So I guess I don't have a real preference as to who I find over anyone else. Obviously, as far as the roles are concerned, I did find Raddle, who fulfills my doctor role, and Mira was one of the starters, so she kind of fulfills the false hero. This is Pinky, by the way. Very nice looking character. Bit too innocent for kind of a Crimecore, but just a very pleasant kind of pleasant girl. Very just eye-pleasing having the kind of the pink and white panda. But we must move on to our next island. I kind of like that the sky in-game is very kind of like dark. It's very ominous. Very fitting for this kind of island. And who do we have? We have Nan. Again, much like Pinky, just a bit too innocent for this kind of this Crimecore island. So we won't be taking her. She's a very nice character. I've never actually had her before. Maybe I should consider that at some point. So when I first put the plots down on Tanglewood, the hunt for villagers didn't actually take that long. I think I managed to get 2 within 40 tickets. So I'm hoping it won't take too long for this time. Here's Stu. He comes up very regularly on my villager hunts. But I don't kind of begrudge him for it, much like Naomi, who just kind of disgusts me to my core. So we won't be taking Stu, much like all the other times. We move on to the next island. I am really looking forward to these villager hunts on Gaol-town, just because of the kind of variation of the villagers, and it's not something I've done before. This is Gladys. She's quite nice, but not someone we're after. But as far as the people we are after, you know, it's just nice going through a list of all the different villagers and seeing kind of which characters I don't generally like or what don't go for on the reg. And yeah, it's just going to be interesting to try and grab those kind of villagers. Tanglewood was always meant to be a kind of island where I try and go for someone a bit different, a species that I don't tend to have. But they're still kind of nice characters, so I managed to obviously get Roswell, and I absolutely love that boy. But for this kind of island, obviously, the likes of Beardo, Jambette, Spike, Raddle, Harry, you know, Bella, they're people I wouldn't really put on Tanglewood. This is Mitzi, and I love her. She is so adorable. Probably one of the more innocent souls in Animal Crossing. And so, unfortunately, will not be journeying to Gaol-town with us. But I do love you. And I hope you know that. So, which villagers would you put in jail? Or mostly, you know, the crime island. Celia, the eagle here, is definitely not one that's going to go onto my crime island. Again, she's one of those characters that I really kind of wanted for Tanglewood, but she always comes up really early in my kind of villager hunts, and I want a little bit more of a struggle. So I just haven't taken her because of that. But she is really high on my kind of like settle list. Obviously, for that particular island, I want Wendy, I want Rudy. Recently, I've decided I want Hopper and Bree, but she is up there as well. She just doesn't time it well. And who do we have this time? Someone good? No. Someone cute and innocent. Wow, there's been a real focus on the ladies, and innocent ladies at that. Hello, Melba. I do like Melba. She was my original normal girl on Skytree, my very first New Horizons island. Yeah, she's cute. So Gaol-town isn't quite looking as we'd hoped as far as the actual villagers so far, but we have got 2 out of the 10 roles, I guess, being the Doctor, obviously Raddle, and then the false hero being Mira. This is Tex. Good. I'm starting to learn the penguin names. But we did have to settle with the normal being Marcy, and then I did take Tabby. I don't really like Tabby, but, you know, I thought it would be just a fun and interesting kind of settle, I guess. And then we got Kid as part of the campsite villager. So those 3 villagers, along with Sprocket, our starter jock, all up for eviction at some point. But at least if I have to settle with someone, I'm happy that I've had to choose someone that is kind of different, someone that I don't generally consider. This is Biscuit, a very nice looking dog. As far as actual villagers I'm finding on this hunt, I'm finding some really nice ones. I don't want to find nice ones, I want to find awful ones. I said awful. Some of them are just kind of, I guess, misunderstood, some of them are underappreciated, so awful is a bit harsh. Some of them definitely aren't great though. This is Big Top. He's an alright kind of character. I don't really rate the kind of superheroes. I think Kit Kat is the best out of the 4. Definitely different though. I don't mind Agent S. I've never considered Rocket or Big Top, honestly. I just think they're too bright and too kind of in your face, really. They don't suit a lot of themes, in my opinion. Obviously, Rocket would have been someone I considered, but we have Mira as the kind of false hero, so I've kind of scratched Rocket off of that list. But you never know, maybe we could chop and change at some point in the future. And who are we going to find this time? Someone good? Penguin. I'm never going to remember their name. I can't even tell you a boy or a girl. Let's double check. This is Aurora. Okay, Aurora's a girl. Very nice kind of plain penguin design. There's a few that like kind of like that. Just very plain and nice looking because of it, but as a result I kind of forget their names. I mean, I'm terrible with penguin names anyway. But yeah, that doesn't help. Right, can we find one of these villagers that will fulfill my roles? My crime narrative? No, it's Poppy, and she, much like so many others before, is adorable. What's with all these, like, really cute characters coming up? Like, if this was on Tanglewood, I would be spoiled for choice, but no, because we're looking for criminals and, like, bodyguard types and things like that, we're not getting anyone. We're just getting really cute characters. What's up with that? Is this our first Bamboo Island? I'm not sure. I kind of get the feeling no. In fact, I might have seen Mitzi on Bamboo Island. But anyway. Oh, we found someone off of our list. It's Mafioso Boy himself. Hello, Marlo. Thank goodness it's not just like all these adorable cutesy characters. You, sir, are going to be the true crime lord of our island. What do you think? You like the idea? That is quite an invite, you're right. You should take it. It's a great island. You're going to run it all. Okay, we got a crime boss. Interesting. I'm going to just head over back to Gaol-town, make sure that the plot is sold. And I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did on Tanglewood and immediately put a plot down. I'm going to skip forward a day, make sure he's moved in, and then put the plot down. So we don't have a random autofill fill in the space, because that would just be tragic. Okay, the plot is indeed sold, and it's going to Marlo, which is fantastic. Like I said, I'm going to skip forward a day, Just make sure he actually moves in before putting down another plot, because I really don't want that whole autofill fiasco like I did on Tanglewood. So, see you there. Now for today's announcements. The Mafia has moved in. Hello, Marlowe. Organised crime is now a thing. Oh, it's the Don, it's the main man himself. Hello, sir. Not really surprised that he's got the kind of cityscape wallpaper. Very fitting for his kind of character, I suppose. Yeah, that's cool. We've got one of our roles fulfilled. But now I'm going to go grab another plot and we'll see if we can fulfill another role. So whilst I do have obviously Marlowe down as the Mafia boss, hang on, there's Marcy thinking. Huh, Marcy wants to move. I've hardly got the time to know you, but okay, sure. That saves me from buying a plot. Huh, okay, well, we're going to replace Marcy, I guess, then. Okay, I guess I'll skip forward a day, make sure her plot is available, and then we will continue with this villager hunt. I got completely thrown off by the whole Marcy thought bubble thing, but as I was saying, even though Marlowe was obviously fulfilling the Mafia boss role, I did have Rizzo and Matilda also in those kind of roles. But the good thing about it is that both of those can kind of chop and change. I can put them in a lot of kind of different areas. Matilda would work either as a bodyguard or as part of the kind of street gang, like the street thugs things. Rizzo just looks like a burglar, so could potentially just fulfill his own role. And this is Marcy in boxes, so I'll just say a farewell to her. Not necessarily a fond farewell, but not bad either. It's a little bit of shame that I couldn't get to kind of know her a little bit more and let her see if she could kind of grow on me as a character, but there you go. I did want to replace her anyway, so it's a good excuse. Anyway, on to the next island for the villager hunt. Wow, we have a visit at the campsite. This villager hunt episode is nothing but cutesy chaos. What's going on? We move a Mafia boss in, then Marcy wants to leave immediately, and then on the day that she's out of her house, we have a campsite villager. Well, I suppose I'll go check out who the campsite villager is, just for pure curiosity's sake, but then we will move on to the villager hunt if it's not someone we want. Ah, it's Gwen. You're far too nice to be living on this kind of island. Okay, so we are back on the hunt. Who do we think we'll find? Oh, Audie. Will we carry on with the really nice characters? Hey, Audie. You big ball of cuteness, you. Well, I think we managed to find Marlowe in something like 15 tickets, so we should have like 45 or so kind of to go for another character. So hopefully we managed to find someone. And who do we have this time? Rolf. Rolf wouldn't be so bad. He could fulfill the bodyguard type role. But I would much prefer Spike, Ken, Walt or Biff to kind of fulfill that, but he wouldn't be a bad settle. Obviously I've got loads of tickets, so he's not going to be someone I consider right now. But one for the future, I guess. So there's been news going around of a patent that Nintendo have brought out. Basically a dual screen kind of console. But unlike the 3DS, it doesn't kind of close like a clam. It kind of has one screen like always facing basically outwards. By the way, this is Bud, and I don't like him. He gives off weird kind of uncle vibes. But anyway, people are obviously speculating that this is what the new console, the Switch 2, as everyone's dubbing it, is going to look like. And it also looks like it has like one of the screens as detachable, so you could use it as like a kind of, I guess, desktop mode. If that is the design that Nintendo are going for their new console, I think it'd be really kind of interesting. I did see a speculation video regarding it, and they've brought up the fact that if obviously a console has dual screens, it potentially opens the way for DS and 3DS games to be kind of sold on their eShop, because then suddenly you have the dual screens to be able to, you know, accommodate those kind of games. Hello, Bertha. But that'd be kind of good thing if people wanted to retrospectively play Animal Crossing, because obviously there's New Leaf. I believe Wild World is the other DS game, 3DS game on like Animal Crossing series. So yeah, it just makes things a little bit more kind of accessible, and people can go back and play the kind of old games, which, to be honest, I'd be kind of interested in as well. On good old Anticipation Mountain. Have we had one of these yet? I don't really remember. Anyway, let's bust out a ladder, and then we'll see who it is in 3, 2, 1. Ah, it's Anka. She is adorable. We're seeing some really nice characters. Anka, Mitzi, Audie. Some really kind of decent, like, other girls as well, like Melba. Yeah. And Poppy, another one, was really nice. It's a shame they don't suit this kind of island aesthetic. But very nice and pleasant to see, nonetheless. So, really random thing. As far as my next kind of video, I was thinking of doing a speed build for the Nook's Cranny on Tanglewood, but I still kind of need a bit of time to work out what I want to do. I believe this is Mallory, but I'm going to double check. It is. Fabulous. But yeah, I still need some time to kind of decide what I actually want to do as far as that build, so I am considering doing a ranking video of NPC characters in Animal Crossing. If that's something you might be interested in, I guess let me know down below. Or maybe you can subscribe if that is something you're interested in. Just show a little bit of support, show some love. But the Nook's Cranny kind of build is kind of the last big build I need to do on Tanglewood, and then the rest is just kind of filling in the gaps. And then as far as actual island design, that's kind of done. It's just then trying to swap out the kind of characters I don't want for characters I do. Rudy. Hint, hint. I would be looking forward to actually doing a video where I basically show off the entirety of Tanglewood as well, because there's been bits of builds where people just don't kind of see it. I just don't tend to visit that part of the island, obviously when I'm doing villager hunts and things like that. So it'd be nice to kind of showcase everything that I've done and just kind of remind people that have been there for the longest time what I did in the early days. This is Carrie? Maybe Kit. One of the two, I always get them confused. It is Kit, okay. Well, I won't be replacing Marcy with Kit. To be honest, the only kangaroos I would replace them with would be Matilda or Walt. Kit doesn't really suit the whole crime feel, does she? Okay, and we have on this island someone good, someone sleazy? No, someone adorable. Wow, we just can't avoid the adorable characters today. This is Gail. Beyond cutesy alligator, very pastel-y, very pink, very not suited to crime. So it would be nice if we could find one of our fabulous ladies instead of obviously a guy, just so we can replace obviously Marcy properly. But obviously we've got such a list of villagers we're after, it doesn't really matter so much. I can tell by his legs that's gruff and that's not someone I'm into, so away we head. Next island, Wilbur. And can we avoid someone adorable? Can we find someone sleazy? Kinda. Not someone I'm necessarily after. And mostly because I never remember their name. I believe this is Peck, but it could also be Anchovy. Who actually knows? It is indeed Peck. So I kinda remember his name. That just dead-eyed stare though, with the white eye, just not something I'm into, so no thank you. Another waterfall island. Who do we think we'll find? And 3, 2, and a 1. Dramatic pan. Oh, it's Muffy. Oh. Our gothic queen. Yeah, she's a cool character. Not someone I'm into, and I don't think will really work on Gaol-town, but it's a cool character to see. I don't often see her on my villager hunts. I'm really looking forward to designing Gaol-town and just kind of making all these different kind of like sleazy areas. I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I might have to just grab a notepad, make myself some notes, maybe even make a mood board even of all the different areas I'd like to include. This is Sherba, by the way, a absolutely adorable goat. So we can't get away from the adorable characters today. Was obviously a character that Mumsy Word was after for the longest time. She managed to get him eventually, so congrats to her. I'm still looking for Rudy, and I'm not bitter about it at all. Speaking of Rudy, I am waiting for the day where he turns up on one of my Gaol-town villager hunts and not obviously my Tanglewood. So yeah, that'll be fun. Who do we have on this island, by the way? It's Biff. He is part of my bodyguard gang, so sure, we'll invite him. Fabulous. He can be Marlowe's bodyguard. I've completely forgot his name. I was then thinking of Don, and I'm just like, that's not right. Hey Biff, how we doing? Solo kayak tour, that's not something I'm into. Well, something I am into is inviting weirdos to my island. Gaol-town. You'll have so much fun. Did he just say he was going to try and get a 30 pack? That's pretty impressive. That's the kind of mentality you need in a bodyguard. Hello, sir. Just found you the perfect bodyguard. You're going to love him. He's going to do all your dirty work. Not that you have any dirty work, of course. Wink, wink. So I do appreciate that in the cutscenes and when you're talking to Orville and Tom Nook and things like that, obviously because it's close to Halloween in game, they're all wearing kind of funny hats. I wish they did that for more events, so maybe when it comes to Festivale they all had the kind of single coloured feather in their hair or something like that. Just a really subtle nod. And here he is, our big, beautiful bodyguard boy. Hey Biff. Oh, I had to take a second. The music playing with his kind of, I guess, sound effects. Oh, heavenly. Oh, I'm pretty happy I got a bodyguard to go with, obviously, Mafioso Don Marlowe himself. Seems very fitting. So we've got, obviously, Mafia Boss and his right-hand man. Fantastic. So guys, I'm going to end today's episode here. Thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm really happy that we managed to get the kind of Mafia Boss and a bodyguard type for him. It's a shame that we had to replace Marcy with another boy, but we will find more girls and very sassy girls at that to come live on the island at some point in the near future. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please like and consider subscribing if you haven't done already. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So cheers, have a good one, and I'll see you then. Bye.